Okay, do you guys remember reading this book last time? Right? What was it about?
Beaches.
It was about beaches. We talked about going to beaches, but what's happening to our beaches?
Dirty.
They're dirty, right? Okay, there ends up being a lot of trash, right? So they're not very clean anymore, okay? So let's go ahead and read through this a little bit. Okay, June, could you go ahead and read through this page for me, please?
I like to go to the beach on the weekend.
Okay.
It is my favorite place in the whole wide world.
Good.
I like to stand in the ocean and feel the waves rush over my foot.
Okay, so let's pronounce this one more time, all right? This is not Asia. It starts with a O, so it's an O sound, okay?
Ocean.
Ocean, all right? And feel the waves rush over my feet, okay? Feet, good job. All right. Sunny, could you read this page for me, please? Or read this section for me, please, up here?
But sometimes when I go, the beach is dirty.
Good.
It is covered in garbage that people have
Thrown.
on the ground.
Okay, good job. All right, the beach is dirty. It's covered in garbage, right? Okay, we talked about all the trash that was over it. So, what do you think this sentence says? What do you see in this picture? It's the beach is what? What?
Trash.
There's lots of trash. What's the other word we learned for trash?
Garbage.
Garbage, okay? Remember garbage, right? So, Sunny, can you read that again, please?
Which one?
This sentence for me.
This beach is
Covered, good.
in garbage.
In garbage. Okay, wonderful. All right, what do we see over here? This is also garbage, right? Do you guys remember the new word we learned last week about when we throw trash in places where it's not supposed to be? Does anyone remember what that word is? Starts with an L.
Littering.
Littering. Okay, good job. All right, June, can you go ahead and read this sentence for me, please?
When people leave garbage on the ground, we call it littering.
We call it littering, okay? So when we throw garbage that shouldn't be there on the ground, okay? All right, and here I would like Sunny to read this part for me, please.
Sometimes there is even garbage in the water. It makes me feel sad.
Makes me feel sad. Good job. Okay. And the other word we learned last week, guys, is the place that all the garbage goes to, right? Do you guys remember that? I think June called it a garbage mountain, right? Garbage mountain. Yeah, I remember garbage mountain, but I said mountain wasn't the word for it. Could you remember what word it actually is? What do we call a garbage mountain? We call it a garbage something. It's a short word. Starts with a D. Garbage
Dump.
dump. Good job. Okay, garbage dump. All right, June, could you go ahead and read that sentence for me, please?
This bicycle has been dumped in the water. It belongs in a garbage dump.
Okay, wonderful. Garbage dump, right? That's where we put all the trash, and that's where it's supposed to go, right? Okay. Okay. All right, let's continue, okay? June, could you go ahead and read the first sentence for me up there?
It's not just garbage that makes the beach dirty.
Okay, it's not just garbage that makes the beach dirty, all right? We talked about what a factory is last time, right? Okay, but we also talked about what comes out of a factory that goes in the air. Do you guys remember what that is? The bad stuff that the factories produce. Do you remember what they're called? Okay, let's go over that word one more time, all right? They're called chemicals, okay? They're called chemicals. Everyone say chemicals with me?
Chemicals.
Chemicals, okay. June, could you also read this sentence for me?
This is a factory that puts bad chemicals into the air and water.
good. And we talked about how factories will have bad chemicals that make our water dirty, right? Make our air dirty. Sometimes when you go outside, you can see kind of it in the air, right? Okay, those are called chemicals. So make sure you remember that, okay? All right, Sunny, could you go ahead and read this sentence for me, please?
This boat makes the air and water dirty too.
Okay, good. The boat is also making the air and water dirty. So even boats, as fun as some of them are, do put chemicals in the air, right? Okay. June, please go ahead and read this one for me.
When the water gets dirty like this, we say it is polluted.
All right, let's try this one more time, okay? Polluted.
Polluted.
Okay, we talked about something being polluted last time too, right? That's when something becomes dirty, right? So if water becomes polluted, is it clean?
No.
No, right? It's kind of dirty, right? And there's lots of stuff in it, okay? All right, Sunny, could you go ahead and read this last sentence for me?
This
Scientist.
scientist
Mhm.
test the water to find out what is wrong with it.
Okay, good job. All right, scientist is someone who can look at the water to test it, to see if it's clean or not, right? Okay, they have a pretty important job, right? Okay, so say this for me one more time. Scientist.
Scientist.
Okay, good job. All right.